So hurdle rhythm. Today we're going to talk about the rhythm to hurdle 1. We're going to talk about the rhythm into and off of the hurdle. And then we're also going to talk about the rhythm in between the hurdles. So three different types of rhythm in the hurdle race, and we're going to talk about all three. We're going to address how we train them, how we implement them, how we drill them, all different ways of reinforcing rhythm and hurdle workouts so that it comes together when they try to race. So the rhythm into and off of each hurdle. The sound of the last two steps in the hurdles into the hurdle should be closer together. So the last two steps into the hurdle, remember before I said the last two steps into hurdle 1, the 8th step is smaller than the 7th step. And if you look at the 7-step pattern, the 7th step is smaller than the 6th step. And so because it's smaller, the sound of the last 2 feet hitting the ground is going to be closer together. So we're looking for boom, boom. We want to hear the sounds closer together. And then the sound of the touchdown off of the hurdle on the other side in the first step should also be closer together. So what happens on one side of the hurdle, we hope that happens on the other side of the hurdle. So if you hear boom boom on one side, we want to hear boom boom on the other side. So athletes that get long before the hurdle and reach, then usually we have boom boom into the hurdle, and then we also hear boom boom off of the hurdle. So if the athlete cuts and pushes into the hurdle, then that sound is going to be closer together on the front end, and therefore the sound on the other side will be more likely to be closer together. So the athletes need to learn to cut and push and keep that sound closer together so that they can run off of the hurdle as well. So we need to teach the athletes how to cut and push properly. So we need to teach them about cutting and pushing. So I will teach cut step drills. The first one is teach the in-place cut step drill, which is very simple. And then we will fix the hurdle penetration drill, which I see a lot of athletes do incorrectly. And then we'll couple these cut step drills together. Now straight leg shuffle drill. This is a drill that I'll use with the athletes, and you'll notice that he is shuffling in between each one of the hurdles. And so in between each hurdle, he's taking 3 shuffles. You'll also notice that he's being plyometric in nature and really tall. And this is reinforcing good mechanics, or body position, I should say, in between the hurdles, but it's also reinforcing smaller shuffling type steps, even though it's straight leg. The other thing that you'll notice is into each one of these boards that are on the ground, that he is also pushing with his takeoff leg, and his lead leg is popping up. And you'll notice that his lead leg going over each one of these little boards on the ground is that it's actually going up higher because he's pushing. The equal and opposite reaction of a push is his leg just popping up in front of him. And so he's reinforcing that quick sound of pop pop before each one of the hurdles and pushing into the hurdle. He's also bouncing off of the hurdle, and you're going to hear a sound that is close together for his touchdown and first shuffle. And so you're reinforcing moving into the hurdle, off the hurdle, and in between the hurdles in this drill.